Holy cow, it's been 5 weeks since my last posted video on the Nickel Hunt and Fill series. That being said, we have 2 boxes in front of us. It's episode 187, and it's boxes 168 and 169 of the series, and we still need 2 more nickels to close out the Series 3 Side Finds albums, and only 5 more for the Series 4 books. Let's see if this 2-box hunt can get us closer to completing one of the 2 albums. Hey everyone, it's Rob Finds Treasure and welcome back to the channel. We said everything we need to say in the intro. Bottom line is we have a 2-box hunt. We need just 2 Jefferson nickels for the Series 3 album, the 39S and the 50D. And then we need both those nickels plus 3 findable ones. I think the 42D, the 42S silver, and the 44S silver for the Jefferson series number 4. Only 23 boxes in, only missing 5. All right, we're not going to lollygag. Let's get these books to the side. Let's pop open this first box. Both of these boxes are circular. I can tell from the holes in the bottom, but they don't look very promising. So it could be a tough 2-box hunt, but you never know until you get into them what you're going to get out of them. I do not see anything fancy schmancy on the top side, but I do see a few older Jefferson nickels, and I think I see a few rolls that might be short. That might be short a nickel. Holy cow. All right, we'll get to those later on. Here's a damaged roll. Let me get on with the hunt. I'll bring you guys in as soon as I have my first find of box 1 of the 2-box hunt. Roll number 3 of the box is going to have our first find. It's going to be a 1949 Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia. Roll number 9 is going to give us our first foreign find. I saw the reeded edge, and it's right here. And we have got a Cayman Islands Queen Elizabeth II 2005 10 something. You guys can let me know. I'm not familiar with the Cayman Islands. I've seen this design, of course, but I'm not familiar with the exact denomination. But either way, it's 10 euros or whatever it is. We'll take it and we'll add it to the board. Now let's get back to the hunt for silver Buffalo nickels and Nic-A-Date Jefferson nickels. Roll number 10 is going to give us our oldest Jefferson nickel of the hunt so far, a 1940 Philly. We're on roll number 13 of the first box, and it's the short roll. And to be fair, the one before it looked heavy, and it did have 41 nickels in it. But this one, I've already counted out, it's 38 nickels. That's not why I bring in, though. It is short 2 nickels, but in this roll, we have a 1939, and I'm hoping it has an S mint mark. If it doesn't, we'll check it for the DDR. 1939, Philadelphia. All right, not a key date, it's common. Let's just double check it for any of the doubling. I recently found one of these DDRs in a bulk buy, but it was cleaned. 1939 is the new oldest nickel of the bunch. We're over 1 on the previous roll, short on this one too, so we're down 5 cents so far through 13 rolls. Roll number 15, we've got a nickel from 1942. We need both the 42S silver and the 42D non-silver. This looks non-silver. We'll definitely take a Denver mint on the right side of the Monticello. And there is not. It's just a common 1942 Philly. Couple of close calls lately. Still not ones we need, but off to a decent start in box 1. Roll number 16. A nickel from 1941. Minted in Philadelphia. Roll number 23 had the telltale green silver edge of war nickels, and I just flattened it out, and that one is the one that had the edge, and it's looking pretty promising. And there's a Philadelphia mint mark, so we know it's going to be a 35% silver wartime nickel. The question is it the common 43 or is it one of the other years? And it is the 1943, but at least we can check it for that 3/2 date, which I don't see. Maybe a slight lamination error on this one. And then we'll check the eye for the doubled eye, which I do not see at first glance. All right, nice seeing silver. First one of the hunt, 1943, Philadelphia. Roll number 25, that marks the midpoint of box 1. And we have another nickel from 1940, minted in Philly again. Roll number 36 is going to have a couple of finds. First and foremost, we have a 1948, first from that year, and it's a Philadelphia minted one. And then I had a chewed up one that I pulled out by the edge, and I'm pretty certain it's a 1941 or a 47, but I think that's a 41 right there. Either way, it's chewed up and damaged. It's from Philadelphia. We'll add it to the stack so I know how many finds we had in the box, but definitely one we'll send back for sure. Now let's get back to the hunt. Well, roll 39 is going to be a nice find, and you know what? I don't find them often, but when I do, they come in a little bit of bunches, and I feel like even though it's been a month since my last video for nickels, I found one recently before I took a month off hunting them. I know, we're taking a long time, but take a look at this. Hunting the roll, saw kind of a light edge, just pushed down on it, and sure enough, that's the back of a Liberty Head V-nickel. Let's take a peek and see what year it is. Probably going to be in the early 1900s, 1901 through 1912. I don't see a mint mark below the left dot, so it's not a 12S or a 12D. Which one is it? And it's going to be a common 1903. Most of Liberty has worn off the headband, so basically just circulated cold condition, but I'll take it. Again, not that they're rare, just rare to find, and only worth a few bucks, but still nice finding a nickel from 1903, a 121-year-old nickel found coin roll hunting, and that trumps the silver, and that's the best find of box number 1 with 11 rolls left. All right, box number 1 has been hunted. A total of 22 finds on the board. Went kind of quiet the last 5 or 6 rolls, but I'll take what we got. First and foremost, the nicest 70s nickel I've seen in a while, a 1978 Philly. We'll see if that upgrades any personal collections. Nothing on the board is any better dates. Obviously, it's nice seeing a 1952 Philly in there, as well as a silver 1943P, and even a first year 1939, albeit Philadelphia. But we did score a Liberty Head V-nickel, and I don't find them too often, probably one every 100 boxes. But like I said, they seem to come in pairs of 2 or 3. I'll find in a month, and then all of a sudden it'll go ice cold for a year. We almost got the trifecta. We got a Liberty Head V-nickel. We got a silver nickel. We just need a buffalo nickel. Oh, and we also had the Cayman Islands coin as well. Box 1 is done. Time to crack open box 2. Same bank. A week later, same stamp. Be nice to get another V-nickel or a buffalo nickel, but more importantly, something for the albums. All right. Don't see anything fancy schmancy on the end coins, but yeah, you never know what's inside till you get inside, like I said last time, and we had a pretty good first box. I'll be back with my first find of box number 2 of the hunt. Roll number 4 of box number 2. We've got a 1946 Jefferson nickel from Philadelphia. Roll number 10 of box number 2. Our next find is going to be a 1941 Philadelphia. Roll number 15 of box number 2 is going to give us the trifecta. Almost an ender. Second coin from the end, we have a buffalo nickel. I do not see a mint mark. And I do not see any date whatsoever. Maybe a 1918. I know I'm reaching, but I think I see a top of a 1 here, and 191, and then whatever that is. It's an older one, I believe, for sure. I'm going to guess 1918, and I think it's Philadelphia. Yeah. Let me go ahead and Nic-A-Date the front, see if it is a 1918 Philly. I believe it is, but we want to double check, and it's just a 1918 Philly regardless, and I'll check for the DDR as well. All right, we've used the trusty Nic-A-Date. I have a video on how to use Nic-A-Date. I'll put that one up here as well for you guys to check out. But I was close. It's going to be a 1916 Philadelphia. 1916, there is a DDO at the date. And based on what I see under the scope, I do not see any doubling. It's just going to be a 1916. But either way, I'll take it. A Teens Buffalo nickel. We've got the trifecta, the Buffalo nickel, the Liberty Head V-nickel, and the silver nickel. Now, if we can just get a key date, that would be nice as well. Of course, beggars can't be choosers, so let's get back after the hunt. Roll number 17. Another Jefferson nickel in the 40s. This time, a pretty nice 1947 Philadelphia. Roll 20. Just another 1941 Jefferson nickel. Another one from Philly. Not a lot of mint marks on today's finds, but we'll still take the finds. An eternity later. Well, we're already on roll 43 of the second box. It's been like 20-something rolls since I filmed, but I have been finding stuff in the 50s, not a lot. But I bring in because I have a circulated 1969S, and that's going to be a proof nickel. I can tell it's a proof for, first of all, it has an S mint, but there were business strike S mints in 1969 for nickels, but it has a mirrored background finish, and whenever I look at the steps, especially on the 60s nickels, it almost has full steps. So I'm 99.9% sure this is going to be a proof Jefferson nickel with a lower mintage, and I'll take it. While I have you here, a couple of the better 50s finds I've also found recently was a 1952S. That has a lower mintage as well. Definitely a welcome find. And a few rolls after that, we also found a slick 1953S. I don't know what happened to this, whether it was subjected to heat or just circulation wear, but it looks pretty circulated and looks a little distorted. Either way, couple of lower mintage nickels found. And yeah, we have 7 rolls left. Let's see if we can add another silver, a buffalo, or a Nic-A-Date to this hunt. Roll number 48. Just another 1946 Jefferson nickel from Philadelphia. All right, that's going to do for the second box of this 2-box hunt. Another good box overall. Not as good as the first box, but we had 22 finds in box 1, another 20 in box 2, 42 total finds on the board. Up here is the common kind of beat up stuff. Don't need to cover that. The best finds are down here. We have 3 beautiful nickels. I know they're 70s and 80s, but they all have full steps, and I'm definitely going to hold on to them. They've done well in circulation, and it's time for them to retire. We got the proof nickel 1969S. We got the Cayman Islands 2005 10-something. I should have looked it up. You guys can tell me down below. Couple of nickels I just pulled aside, a 39p and a 42p, because I don't see a lot of them. I've got a whole PD&S set from 1952, but the 52S is the lower mintage. And then we got a whole 53 PD&S set, but the 53S is the reason I have them there, lower minted. And then honorable mentions, a 57 P&D, obviously in pretty nice shape as well. The trifecta and the best finds of the 2 boxes. We did get 1 silver piece for the silver jar, a 1943 Philly. We got a Nic-A-Dated by me, 1916 Buffalo nickel. It's a shame. And then we have a 1903 Liberty Head V nickel. And I was hoping to find another one, although we didn't. But either way, I'll take it. Let me go ahead now, compare all of the finds to both sets of books. I'll do any upgrades and additions if we have them. I'll update you on that and give you some final thoughts on this 2-box nickel hunt in just a moment. Well, I finished comparing all of today's finds to both albums. Kind of a bummer. A lot of good finds today, but despite having that many good finds, we could upgrade nothing in the Series 3 Side Finds album, and we're still missing the 39S and the 50D, 169 boxes searched, only 2 nickels left. For the Series 4 book, we could only upgrade that beautiful 78 Philly, and it was a nice upgrade. The old one was pretty bad. And then the 87D we have is beautiful, and the 88D we have is beautiful. So I took the other 2 beautiful ones and just put them in rolls that I keep for nice-looking nickels found in circulation. That being said, that's all we got. 1 upgrade in Series 4, so now 25 boxes searched. The 78 upgrade, still missing the 5. Of course, the 39S and the 50D are 2 of them. And then we're missing that 42D, a tougher date one. And then the 2 silvers, the 42S and the 44S. There are upgrades still needing to be made, but still only 5 missing through 25 boxes is pretty good. And the bummer is people are going to say, like they've said in the last series, when I do find a 39S and a 50D, if I do, they'll go into these books, and technically I could have just canceled that one out, completed it, and said, let me just move on to this one, which I've thought about doing. Let me know if I should do that or keep this one going no matter what until it's completed and then move on to this one. All right, this is becoming a long wrap-up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this 2-box hunt. If you did, I certainly would appreciate that thumbs up. And as a quick reminder, if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Every subscription helps the channel out quite a bit. And as always, everyone, happy hunting and thanks for watching. The 2024 silver jar is certainly getting his full share of all types of silver this year.